on EA Sports. And we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. And it comes your way next. Now from the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. We are bundled up. This should be a fun one. So glad you're with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, Greg, we love watching the college football games. But you played weather like this. What's it like?
There is nothing that brings you back to your roots of having a snow day, a day off of school, and just get all your buddies in the neighborhood and just go play outside. But in all seriousness, it actually really benefits the offense. I mean, people always are questioning the passing game and whatnot. The offense knows where they're going. It's on the defense to react, and that's where the footing and that's where the snow really has its biggest effect, I think, today for both teams. Advantage offense.
Here's Evan McPherson. And through the snowflakes, off we go here on EA Sports. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They're probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
They're running here with Antonio Gibson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
You know, we spend a lot of time praising the running backs, and deservingly so. But oftentimes, it's a combination of the scheme and the big guys up front who make it work, and that's exactly what we saw here on the big pickup.
They'll run, and this is Ramondre Stevenson. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. Airing one out for Bourne. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week that they were going to try to come out fast. And tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Open man, Demario Douglas.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
3rd and short. And here is May. Open man, right side. He's got it. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, New England.
Really nice call there on 3rd and inches. You have the defense thinking run, and then you hit them with the short pass, and the yardage you get after that is just gravy. They turn this into a nice play, and they pick up a first down.
First and 10 now from the 36. Now Gibson. He's got space inside the 25. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, New England. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Joey Sly now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Pats will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the number 1 overall pick in 2021. National champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
First play of the game here for Chase Brown. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. Gesicki, the man in motion. Second down. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up a 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Here's Brown. And that one will be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knocking it and dropping him for a loss.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
And this ball incomplete on third down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, like living in these third and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Bengals ready to punt this one away. Back deep for New England, Demario Douglas. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get going with their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. May gonna look to throw. And that's gonna line up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's gonna bring up a 3rd down.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Patriots first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Start 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Off the play fake, here's May. He's going to take a shot. Takes it down the middle.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
On play action, here's May. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
They'll run on 1st down with Stevenson. And nothing on that one back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. They have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. The throw is May. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
And we'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. Now Stevenson. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A carry now for Gibson. And the Patriots have a 1st and goal forthcoming. He takes this down to the 5-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up the first down.
Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Matt. Called in at the 2. And he's in. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, Patriots. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. Greg, offensive coordinator, script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive. They've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, this is going to be a long day for this defense.
Slides, extra point, up and good. And the Patriots will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. The Bengals offense ready for their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They bring Chase in motion. On 1st and 10, Burrow. The pressure gets there, and then he goes back inside the 20-yard line. That's Christian Barmore working his way in for the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now second down throw for Burrow. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd and 10. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. 23 yards on that pass play. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
Gesicki, the man in motion. A 1st down throw for Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. And they'll be taken down. The game is 6, and it's a new 2nd down. He picked up the 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. As you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's a 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Brown. And he's going to pick it up. Take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. They'll run here with Brown. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide. Well done.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Now Brown. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Burrow. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Burrow. This one caught at the 4. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
They think back to their first possession of this game, Mike. It resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals are on the board. It's now 14-7. TD on is McPherson to kick this one away. To return is Jermichael Hasty. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense ready to take over possession of the football. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. They'll spot Henry open downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's May. He keeps it himself. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action with May. He'll take off again. That one good for 26 yards.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. Slot man in motion left. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's into the end zone. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, New England. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. This kick's not a given in the snow, but this one is good. And the Pats will take a 21-7 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. From the 6, here comes the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
Pass interference. Defense. Automatic first down.
Here's 1st and 10. A carry here for Brown. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Gesicki, the man in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, it's May. And he's going to be taken down at the 2-yard line.
I'm not sure any play has a greater impact in altering a game than forcing a safety on defense. Not only do you get the 2 points, but you give the ball back to your offense to try to add more on.
It is 3rd and 10. Now May. They'll be trying to run 4.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep them short of the 1st down.
On the 4th down, Bryce Barrier out to the punt for New England. As he'll be staying just inside the back line of the end zone. To return is Williams. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. come up here. 1st and 10. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. Burrow to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Burrow. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
To throw is Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Brown. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not get him behind the line. And 4th down is coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here. And really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Patriots offense ready to come back out for this next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here. Backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st down, they'll start out with Stevenson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Gibson. And he'll weave his way down close to that 1st down. Gonna come up just a little shy. It's gonna be 3rd down and short. Throwing is May. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
This brought in out past the 20. And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. The Bengals offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's their punter now. As he punted away for the 4th time today. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Patriots offense ready to get back to work. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the give, this is Stevenson. And to pick up 3 or maybe 4. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop. May to throw on 2nd down. Off he goes.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
3rd and 5. Working out of the gun. It's May. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. And he will have the the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Throwing now is May. He'll find Stevenson out of the backfield. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Second and a yard. On the handoff, it's Stevenson. And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving. They'll go again here with Stevenson. And this defense not allowing much there. They'll stop him at the 45. Second down and 8. We'll go right back to Stevenson. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. Here now, third and 5. Again, here's May. And that is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, but he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And this is as good as you could possibly get. It's out of bounds, and it's marked right at the 1-yard line. Well done. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. On the ground, it's Brown. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, Mark, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Burman. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll send the tight end in motion right. They'll run here with Brown. He's going to have the Bengals first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
A first set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. This one complete to Higgins. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Brown. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They bring Chase in motion. 2nd down, Burrow. He'll go right and find his running back. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he can't hold on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
First down, Higgins. He makes the grab. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
And Burrow not going to take any chances. Slides to a stop after picking up the 1st down.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let them keep it. Not much happening there. Just a short game.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Now 2nd down throw for Burrow. Quickly to the outside. inside and complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kyle Duggar. And the Patriots are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
And a possession where the offense really had their way on the ground. You got to kind of go back to the drawing board and say, is it worth putting the ball in the air? Yes, we want to generate points. We want to push the ball downfield, but none of that matters if you're going to keep turning the ball over.
The visitors' offense going to take over just before the half. They'll start out first down and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. On first and 10, here's May. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. First and 10. May gonna look to throw. He's found his receiver, Boutte. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Joey Slide comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This about as short as you can get. Slide's kick is good. And the Patriots have run out to a 24-7 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. go now to throw on first down. He's going to air this one out. That is brought in. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a solid first half from the Oklahoma man, Ramondre Stevenson. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. The big story thus far has really been the snow. It's made footing treacherous, and if the forecast holds, it's only going to get worse. But I can tell you as a fan, these are the games you love to watch.
All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense back onto the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing it off and taking advantage of it.
First down throw for Burrow. Right side, and Higgins has the catch. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
If I'm Brown out of the backfield.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Burrow here on second down. There's that man again. Another catch. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Sending a receiver right. On first down. Burrow. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in. before it got started.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice game to his tight end.
Now a 3rd and 2. Tight end on the move left. Now Brown. Fourth down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. This one from 52 yards away. McPherson's kick is good, and the Bengals are back within 2 scores.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. On the return is Hasty. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of the second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw now, May. All in by the tight end, Henry. And they'll get it out 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's May. The ball deflected at least a couple of times and will fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
That big boy was moving, Mike. That was impressive. I mean, it's not easy to bring down this quarterback in any situation, but to hawk him down from his interior defensive line spot nearly out by the sideline, that's beyond impressive.
And the Patriots ready to kick it away. As he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now the return. And he'll go forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. home team's offense. And their running back set to go once more. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Start on the ground. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Christian Gonzalez comes in for the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stick with him again. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Here's 1st and 10. The throw is Burrow. This one caught by Chase. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Finding room to the 20. And they are finally going to get him down at the Bengals' 10-yard line. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big game.
To throw is Burrow. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
So push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. Now, Burrow. This one caught at the 4. Stop at the 6. And that sets up 3rd and goal.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells. So they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive of doing just that. You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force fourth down.
Field goal would only do so much. They need a touchdown to close the gap. It is fourth down and goal. They'll try and run for it. And a big person. Clearing space. He's in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on fourth and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is just settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals back within 7. It's 24-17. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return is Hasty. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
He had plenty of juice coming across to get the ball, Mike, but he hit a whole new gear after he secured it and began getting vertical. By comparison, it looked like a lot of the defenders who had a shot at him were a little flat-footed and ended up getting burned for a big game.
Maynard on 1st and 10. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the hand off himself.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. He'll find his tight end, that's Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 2nd down, it's May. Open man, the tight end Hooper. That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Third and a yard. They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, New England.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the 2nd half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he finds a little bit of space. They'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Throwing on 2nd down, May. Pass completed to Douglas. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Out of the gun, here's May. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
May to throw on 2nd down. And he'll take it on in. Austin Hooper. Touchdown, Patriots. Slide out for the point after. It's up and through. And the Patriots will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Our carry here for Brown. And they'll be set up now. Past the 40 with that one.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. This one complete to Higgins. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Burrow gonna do this himself. A pickup there of 13. It's a Cincinnati first down.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. He'll set up the screen to Brown. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's a toss as they look to run. He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. Kyle Duggar there to make the play. Looking out of the gun, Burrow. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 18 yards on the connection. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? When you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's going nowhere. Gonna lose yardage on that play.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now this looks like a design run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate that he got back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long. Burrow to throw. He'll get this out wide. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This, about as short as you can get. Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Bengals are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. On the return is Hasty. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Now he'll run it. And May will not risk it. Into the slot, and he's got the 1st down. A 1st down there. Gain of 14 yards.
They've got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Quickly to the outside and complete. And the tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air, Mike. You're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
They get 22 yards there. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's May. That'll be complete to Gibson. And he will score again. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, New England. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now. I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Pats will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. Whoa! He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And this defense has got to be at its wit's end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for first and 10. Burrow. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of the biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Burrow here on second down. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn it into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Gesicki, the man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That is caught. Finding Higgins. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties, make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give them an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Second down. Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, Continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Gesicki, the man in motion. A first down throw for Burrow. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On first down, Burrow. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all of this is an incompletion.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Burrows from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either the ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game. And this one is also good. And the Bengals are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. On the return is Hasty. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun. It's May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, New England.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
The throw is May. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
So often we see a team that's milking a two-score lead get very conservative, especially in the fourth quarter, but not this coach. He says, all right, I might have a two-score lead. I want to make it 3. He's trying to put as much pressure on his opponent possible here down the stretch late.
He'll find Stevenson out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To throw again is May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
Here's May again. Here's a check down, Gibson out of the backfield. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They send him right out of the slot. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, Gibson. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
It's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Paycor Stadium. Touchdown, Patriots. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Slide now for the point out. He knocks it through. And the Patriots are going to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. The return starts from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. A first set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing is Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. To throw is Burrow. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
There's that man again. Another catch.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Now second down throw for Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins. He's going to have a first down and is forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to man just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
That is called in at the 5. And the Bengals are going to be looking at a first and goal. They move it down to the 4.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the fourth quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's first and goal.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Joe Burrow, touchdown Cincinnati. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
So now the Bengals and Burrow will come out and try to add 2.
The Bengals will line up for the 2-point
He'll look to throw. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring them down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the give, this is Stevenson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. To the throw now. May will set up the screen for Gibson. Patriots running for the punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense, they get set to take over once more. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Now, Bird. Oh, the pressure, too much, and he goes down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or backside. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Burrow here on 2nd down. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. Now, a big 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. They get 12 yards on that pass. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Kyle Duggar.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Patriots offense and running back Antonio Gibson heading out onto the field. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Here's Gibson. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. Let's try again here. 2nd and 10. A carry now for Gibson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second, as they'll get it with still a minute 20 left to go in the game. First and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So now the Bengals use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a road win here for the Patriots. It was a game that delivered more points than most people would have expected with the snow falling at kickoff. Entertaining game for all involved as they'll head back to the locker room to warm up with a victory in their back pocket. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.